Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Whew, we made it through Hurricane Ian. Oh my goodness. If I am new to your timeline, guess what, y'all? I have, I have to take my glass off for this one. I have power. We have power. Our power is back on. Yay, yay, yay. I'm super excited. I'm super excited, but it wouldn't be fair if I didn't come on and do my live for Friday. I normally do my lives early in the morning, but we just got our power back on about 10:20 Eastern Standard Time. So if I'm new to your timeline, I'm Stephanie A. Wynn. Just wanted to come on and talk about the 3 tips. This is the last topic about the things you need to sell more books as an author for September, right? Can you believe this is the last Friday of the month? So 3 things you need to know. Excuse me. 3 things you need to know to become a great author. So we are going to get right into today's topic. So if you're an author, if you aspire to be an author, this is for you. So grab a friend, grab your pen. I'm gonna get right to these topics today. So, if you're tuning in from Facebook, hey Facebook followers, let me know if you're tuning in from LinkedIn. LinkedIn, thank you all for tuning in. Um, First, I just want to say I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here because it was close. I live in the Florida area, the Tampa Bay area, and um, we almost didn't make it, but we made it. I made it. I'm a living witness that we made it through. We were out of power for 3 days, but we are back. We are back. We are back. And I'm super excited about this topic today because many of you have books. Tomorrow starts the last quarter of the year. So this is for our author communities. Even if you're a business owner, you can, take notes. You all have a story to tell as well. Even if you're not writing a book yet, but you aspire to. Um, Come on and tune in because guess what? You need to know these tips to be a great author. There is a strategy to being a great author. If you truly believe in your book, you got to listen to these tips. I'm so super excited to share these tips today. And let me just make sure that my Facebook page is live. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get right to it, right? We're gonna get right into today's topic. So a little bit about me. My name is Stephanie Wynn. I started my very first business at the age of 23, and I was the youngest woman of color to open an ice cream shop here in my local city. During that time, there were no ice cream shops on the south side of my city, and I wanted to provide an establishment for the youth where they can go and they can get ice cream, and make it affordable for them, right? Also, I've conducted a nationwide book tour, which the ice cream shop prompted me to write a book, a business self-help book that I co-authored with Jeffrey White, Readi-Set Go, a simple guide to establishing a successful small business. Because I was getting a lot of questions about how did you start the business? What did you do to start your business? I need some help. And so that's what propelled me to write this book. I'm about to drop my second book. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm super excited about that. But I also help business professional entrepreneurs gain clarity of their ideal customers and build a six-figure author brand by providing business development strategies that generate consistent revenue beyond the book sale. So a lot of authors, if you're aspiring, if you are an established author, we focus so much on just the book sales. But what happens after the book sale? Then what's next? And so I want you to ask yourself that if you're an author, if you've published a book, maybe you're an author coach, maybe you're an author speaker, maybe your goal is to be an author consultant. But whatever your goal is, what's after the book sale? What's next? And so I'm just going to drop 3 tips. This is 3 of many tips of how to be a great author. I think if you want to become an author or you aspire to be an author, or even if you are an author, it is very important that you make the time for this very thing that you've worked so hard for. So we're going to get right into it. So topic number 1, I want you to, this is very important. If you don't do anything else, you got to believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself. And what does that mean? A lot of us, we write a book, but before the book can get published, we self-sabotage. Nobody's going to buy this book. And why would they buy this book? Or you may believe in the book, but then the book, maybe you promoted it for a year or 6 months, and then it just dies. Nobody know that this book exists because you have not promoted it, right? So if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect others to believe enough in you to buy your book or even to buy into your brand? And let's take it even further, to buy into your business, right? So think about that when you're talking about this thing that you're doing, right? You got to believe in yourself. It's imperative. It's like important. It's the number one thing that if someone asks me, well, Stephanie, what's one thing that you would, recommend for an author? That's believing in themselves. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect other people to believe in you, right? So let's keep it moving. Okay, so here are 3 important beliefs that I want you to start right now. Like, write these down. Like, number 1, you have to have faith in your book. Like, you got to have faith. Faith is small. It's like mustard seed. Like, it's a small amount, right? You only need a little bit of faith to believe in your book. But some people don't even have faith in their book, right? So I want you to have faith in your book. Do you have faith in your book? Do you believe in your book? Do you believe in what it is that you're doing? I'm just saying. Just saying. Number 2, have faith in your brand. Now, remember, these are the 3 important beliefs that you should have as an author, right? These are one of many, but you have to have faith in your brand. Are you clear on your brand? Do you have a brand? And if you have a brand, do you have faith in your brand? This very thing that you have built. I'm just saying. And then number 3, have faith in your business. So being an author, it is truly a business. So maybe you are, you're in the process of writing a book, but being an author is a business because you're selling your book in exchange for currency, right? That's a book. That's like you got a product, which is the book, and you're selling it. So remember, it's important that you have these 3 beliefs, because if nobody knows that you exist, or they know that you don't believe in this book, they're not going to buy into it, right? Okay, let's move right along. All right. So number 2, understand your audience. Like, do you really know who your audience is? Like, who are these people? Who are the people that are most likely to be interested in your product or service? So I'm going to say that again for those in the back that really can't hear me. Like, you should know who these people are before you get the physical copy in your hand. Who are the people that your book, your brand, and the business is for? Like, do you know that? Like, I'm asking, do you know that? If you know that, put I know my audience in the chat. So again, you got to understand your audience. And I know a lot of us do, like, what do they, the avatars, right? We do the avatars, but some people, they still aren't clear what an avatar is. Like, you got to get clear. You got to understand who your audience is. So let's break this down. Who are the people interested in your book, your brand, and your business? Who are they? So my first question would be to you as an author. What are they paying? What are the people that are reading your book? What are their pain points? What problem are they having? Right? What is the problem that they're having? You should know this. If you believe in your business, if you believe in the brand, The people, the community of people that you're serving, what's their problem? Right? Who are they? And where are they? I'm just saying, like, where are they? Do you know that? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Because some people need to know that. Some people need to know that, like, where are they? What the problem is? Who are they? Right? And where are they? When I say where are they, I'm saying, where are these people who are most likely to be interested in your book? So, for example, are they on social media? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on TikTok? Are they in Clubhouse? Are they in certain groups? Right? Instagram. So you see what I'm saying? Like, where are they? Are they online? If they are, then you have a lot of platform. Are they on Pinterest? Some of them are on the traditional social media platforms. Some of them are on Etsy, Pinterest. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to really get clear on and understand your audience. I hear a lot of people saying my audience is is everybody. But it's not, because everybody doesn't want your book. Everybody's not interested in your book, right? Your book is for somebody, but it's not for everybody. Okay, so who are they? Is it women? Is it men? Is it a group of people with a specific need? Or you have a solution to a specific problem that they have? Like, do you have that solution for them? Right? So this is all about understanding your audience. You got to understand your audience. You know, I hear specifically, if you're a children's book author, what problem does the book solve? Is it for children with low self-esteem? Is it personal development strategies that they can learn from your book? So those, you might want to focus on, okay, maybe it's girls, or maybe it's boys and girls at a certain age group or grade level. Again, your book is for somebody or a community of people, but it's not for everybody, because not everybody wants to buy your book. Not everybody's interested in reading what you have, right? And we have to be okay with that, right? You got to be okay with that. But you really need to understand your audience. So number 3, this is the third one. And I left this one here for last because this is so important. Now, number 1 was really important because you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in that this very thing that you've done. And I know sometimes when we're building our brand, we're building the business, you're writing the book, right? Sometimes you feel like giving up. I know, I was there. I've been there. And nobody talks about the ugly part. Nobody talks about when, what about when the book sale die down? What about when the sales die down? What do I do next? And you have to keep going. Like, you must keep going. You must keep going. So let's talk about building this community. You got to build your community. And what is a community? You may be saying, well, Stephanie, what is a community? What are you talking about? Well, I'm going to give you some tips right here. I'm going to give you some tips. Here's how to build your community. You need to surround yourself around people who are going to help you propel to the next level. So maybe there's someone that you aspire to be, or maybe there's someone you follow that you really like. You like everything about them, right? Before you get in their DMs and ask them for something, ask them like maybe how you can serve them first. You got to start with the serving attitude. Don't just say, hey, can you help me do this? Or can you mentor me, or can you coach me? So here's how to build your community. Number 1, invest in a coach. Coaches need coaches. Even if you're the expert in your industry, coaches need coaches. Consultants need consultants. They need coaches and mentors, right? So you want to invest in a coach. Number 2, invest in a mentor. Maybe you need someone who's going to mentor you and help you get to the next level. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you need someone that's going to help you get to the next level. And number 3, You need to partner with industry leaders. Maybe there's someone that you follow that you really like. You're where they are. I mean, you want to be where they are, right? And they're in your industry. They're like a major leader in your industry, and they're making major moves, right? So one of the leaders in my industry, I follow Chris Doe because I love his brand. I love how he, brings together creatives and he teaches. It's not about just selling, but he teaches and he's intentional about how he teaches, right? And so I follow him. I love what he does, right? So again, maybe you can partner with them. And when I say partner, maybe see if there's something that you can do in their industry, right? To help, hey, we're in the same industry. Maybe we could partner together. I have these ideas. You never know. But if you don't do it, then if you don't partner with people, industry leaders in your industry, right? Or experts in your industry, then how are you going to grow? Because sometimes we say, oh, I already know that. I know this. But you can always learn from somebody else who is way like 3 steps ahead of you, 4 or 5 steps ahead of you, right? So again, you have to build your community. And sometimes I'm going to say this. Sometimes it's going to require you to get from around what's familiar. A lot of times we are from around what's familiar to us. That's something that's comfortable. When you are uncomfortable about, building your brand, writing a book, the book sales have died down. Like, what's next? Like you have, and when you feel uncomfortable, that means you're being stretched to do something that you don't want to do. I know, because I've been there. In fact, I was recently there. So you have to build a community, and you have to get around a community of people who believe in you just as much as you believe in yourself. That's why I said number one is believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself first, because if you don't believe in you, how nobody else is going to believe in you. That has to be number one. That can't be number two or number three, or I'll believe in myself later. No, you got to believe in yourself now, like first. Okay, so here's the 3 author business tip takeaways for this week, right? For today. So number one, you're going to believe in yourself. And I'm going to ask you this. Like, what are you believing in? What are you believing in? What are you exactly believing in? What are you believing for? Like, is it for the book, or is it bigger than the book? So remember, you got to think big. You got to think massive. So what are you believing in? That's one. That's the first takeaway. Like, what are you believing in? We talked about knowing your reader audience. You got to know you got to understand your audience, because it's not just a woman or a man, or it's not just individuals, or it's not everybody. Because again, everybody doesn't want to buy your book. They don't even want to buy into your brand or your business for that matter. So it's not everybody, but you got to really understand your reader, your audience, your ideal reader, because your ideal reader converts into an ideal customer. That is the goal, right? Who are the people interested in buying your book? Who are the people that are interested in your brand? And who are the people who are interested in your business? Do you know this? You got to know this. You should know this before you get the physical copy. If you have published a book, you still need to get clear on this. Because sometimes, I know for me, in the beginning, it was like, oh, my book is for everybody. Anybody can start a business. But no, not everybody wants to start a business. Not everybody wants to start a business. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Right? So again, you got to get clear on this. Tip number 3, you got to build your community. I want you right now, I need you to review your current community. What does that look like? Who are the people around you? Are they pouring into you, or you're pouring more into them and you feel left empty, like you're on E, right? Who are the people around you? Do you have a coach? Do you have a mentor? Right? Do you have you partnered with industry leaders that's in your niche, right? Have you partnered with them? This is going to help you grow your business. So you have to review you must review where you are currently, what type of community you have right now. And then you move from there, right? Because remember, sometimes when you're building your community, maybe you've naturally built a community of people, maybe your friends and family, that's your community, but you've outgrown them. And that's where you're stagnant. You feel like you're stuck or something else needs to be done. That's when okay, I need to start surrounding myself around different people so that I can be great. Okay. So these are the 3 business tip takeaways. Believe in yourself. Truly know your reader audience. Understand your audience. You got to understand your audience. And then you have to build community. You got to build a community. So here's the next step. I need you to create a plan of action. Well, what does that look like? Well, only you know what that looks like, right? What's a problem that you're struggling with right now? Maybe you're struggling with, building the author brand. Maybe you're struggling with getting more book sales. Maybe, and that's probably you're struggling with not getting the book sales that you had anticipated. Maybe because there's no marketing strategy. There's no strategy. There's nothing in place of how you're going to get more books, right? Or sign up for the author strategy session. So I'm going to talk about that real quickly. Sometimes as authors, we need help. We need help with this one problem, which is getting more book sales. So the Jumpstart Your 6-Figure Author Brand Strategy Session, it helps you. It was designed and created to turn one challenge that authors are struggling with in their books, their brands, and their business, right? Because most authors, we just think about marketing and selling to everybody, right? But when the buzz die down after you've published your book, then what? I have about 10 authors that follow me right now. They've published a book and I saw them because I love authors. I love all things authors. And I look at them and I review them and I see it, right? And I notice that they'll promote their book for maybe the first 3 to 6 months. And I haven't heard anything about their book. Nothing. It's crickets. There's no nada. So the author strategy session, it helps author turn one challenge that they're struggling with in their book, their brand, and their business, right? So here's what's included in the author strategy session. You get a one-on-one 60-minute author strategy session with myself. You'll get a recording of the author strategy session, right? It's simply just a coaching session where we're going to outline and strategize what that one thing that you're struggling with, that one thing that's keeping you from making more book sales, right? And then you'll get a bonus, which is the Jumpstart Your 6-Figure Author Brand Blueprint. So this is a blueprint for you to, that plan of action that you need to create. There's your blueprint, right? It's all inside of the blueprint. Now, during the webinar that I had last couple of weeks or the last 2 months, one thing I noticed is that most authors don't have a marketing strategy. Never crossed their mind. Never crossed their mind. But they knew they have this product. I have this book and I need to sell this book. And my goal is to be an author speaker, author coach, author consultant. But I need to sell this book, right? So think about that. So who are these sessions for? These sessions are for author coaches, author consultants, author speakers, aspiring authors, and emerging authors. Maybe you are an author and again, you've promoted your book and nothing is happening, right? You've sold, some books and nothing is happening, right? So join me. The author strategy sessions, they're $97. They're valued at $297. But grab your seat because the calendar is open for my authors. I want you all to be great for the fourth quarter. What are your plans for the first of the year? You should be planning right now. Like, you should be strategizing like right now. Maybe you have a book that has come out and maybe you need help with a plan of action. What do you need to do to get in front of the right audience? Grab your session strategy, right? Your strategy session. And again, this is not for the author that thinks that the books are going to just fall off the shelves. You are the mouthpiece for your book. If nobody knows you exist as an author, nobody's buying into what you're selling. And a lot of us will create products, we'll put them on Amazon, and we'll think that people are going to buy them. But after your friends and family have purchased them, then what? Then what? What are we doing next? What happens after the book sale? You see, no one told me that. I just knew that I wanted something bigger for my book. I knew that I wasn't thrilled with just being Amazon #1 bestseller. That didn't entice me. That didn't even move me. But what I did know was that I had something that was essential. It was a guide for the startup. And one of the reasons why startups are so needy is because they don't have a point of reference. One of the reasons why authors give up on their book is because they don't have a point of reference. There's no marketing strategy, and they're not quite clear on who their reader audience is. So my goal is to help my author community truly understand who their readers are and understand that your book will make room for you and you will make consistent sales if you truly believe in your book. But you have to put a strategy in place. So grab your author strategy session today. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM. I'm just a DM away. Thank you all who have reached out and asked how me and my family are doing for this hurricane. And I just want to send prayers to the people south of me in Fort Myers because it is really rough. So, but again, thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm your girl, Stephanie A. Wynn. Until next time, bye.